Shit. Okay, let's get one thing straight. This is not Geometry Dash, okay? If you came for Geometry Dash, then you need to get out of here right now. Because this is not going to be Geometry Dash. None of it is. I'd say this game is much better than Geometry Dash, but that might be a controversial opinion. That game was way more popular than this game ever was. I don't know if people still play it. I never did. Probably never will. But this is not that game. Come on. Let's get this thing taken care of. Right? Yeah? Yes? Thank you. There we go. Right, so if you came for Geometry Dash, it's not going to be Geometry Dash at any point during the stream. We're going to be playing Geometry Dash to warm things up a bit, get settled in, wait for some more people to join possibly, and then we're going to get into some other games, primarily Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which is one of my favorite RPGs, and it's actually the first RPG game I ever played. So, I don't think this is going to be a stream in which we complete the whole game. Shit. Oh, God. I don't know how to take care of those. But anyways, this is not going to be a stream in which we complete that whole game. Most likely. I mean, that's a very long game. So unless I get, like, cheat codes or I get insanely good at the game in a really short amount of time, I'm not going to complete it. But it is possible that we end up playing through a good portion of it. The tutorial lasts way too long in those games, so it's, you know, it's probably not going to be that interesting for this stream. Although I suppose I could use, since I'm doing this on emulator, I could use a fast forward feature to skip through the cutscenes. Oh, Jesus. It was good. It was good. Let's see. I don't know if this isn't... Is this a real leaderboard? Because there's... I'm not that good. It's probably not... This is probably not a real leaderboard. Actually, it's not. I'm like 90% sure this isn't a real leaderboard. Whatever. Let's go into another game. Probably play a few more. While I wait for anybody else to possibly join. And also just for fun, because this is a fun game. If I had the choice, I would get, so this game is Geometry Wars Retro Evolved. If I had the choice, I would get Retro Evolved 2, but that's only available for Xbox. Now, I actually have that game on the Xbox. It's on the 360. The problem is, I want to play it on my PC. So, number one, I can stream it, because I don't have a capture card. And number two, because I like playing games on my computer. I prefer it over, you know, a console. Because... like, especially with games you have to aim at stuff, I'm really bad at aiming with an analog stick. I've been there, I've done that, I've tried it. I still do. I play Splatoon 2, and I'm terrible at it. Well, I'd be better at it if I had a mouse to aim with. Because I feel like aiming is just easier with the mouse as opposed to an analog stick or a control stick. Shoot. But yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm not great at it, but I'd say I'm like a little, I'd say I'm slightly above average at that game. Anyway, point is, I would like to get Retro Evolved 2 for my PC, but I can't. It's not even available. I don't think they made a PC version for that. So, whatever. I'll make do with this. I mean, this isn't that bad. But the reason I want Retro Evolved 2 is because it has, number one, improved graphics, greatly improved graphics, more game modes, and my favorite game mode by far, because it's a huge part of my childhood, which is Waves. Geometry Wars Waves is literally the most addictive game I have ever played, ever. I'm surprised I went that long without dying, honestly. And I died to a stupid mistake, but I'm surprised. Anyways, so yeah, Waves... the gameplay is so engaging, and the thing is, the difficulty ramps up fast. It's like, it's so immersive. It's so easy to get lost in playing that game mode. It's insane. And the reason that it's such a big part of my childhood is because when I went to a private school. My elementary school was a private school, and they had this after-school program in which they had like an Xbox 360, a Wii, and I think they had like one other thing that you could do in there, like in terms of consoles or electronics. It was great. It was so cool. It was like they had a pool table, a foosball table. It was awesome, and like obviously they had the consoles, the Xbox and the Wii. So it was a really cool place to be, and that's where I first got. So this game, origin story of this game. There's a racing series called, I think, Gran Turismo, I think is where this came from. And this game, Geometry Wars, and this is actually a series of games, but it came from that series, Gran Turismo, because I believe there is a way to unlock an arcade machine for your car garage in those games, and each Gran Turismo installment would have a different version of Geometry Wars as part of the arcade thing. And now it just became its own standalone thing, and I find that just so cool, because this is actually a really fun game. So yeah. Shoot, my window moved. My window got moved around. Hold on, I gotta actually... There we go. My window kept, like, my mouse was, like... what I was doing in the game was moving around my window. It was amazing, so... Anyway, yeah. The farther you get, the more you shoot, which is like, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. Yeah, I was not gonna survive that. I could use a bomb. I haven't used a bomb this entire time yet. And okay, that was the dumbest death ever. The reason I haven't used a bomb yet is because I don't like using the bombs. I feel like they're a cheap way to get out of trouble. Which, okay, look, here's the thing. If I got really, really far, if I got to, like, 90k points, then sure, yeah, I'd use a bomb to save my ass, so I could keep going and get a really high score. But I wasn't really anywhere high enough to... I mean, it's not like you have a limited amount of bombs for, like, forever. Like, you use 3 bombs and then you're done. You can never play the game again with bombs. But, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel worth using a bomb. Unless I'm at like a really high score and I want to keep playing. Because otherwise, I mean, I don't really mind if I die. Because using a bomb seems pretty cheap at like these lower difficulty levels. If I suck, then I suck. So I'm not going to use a bomb to get me out of that. But if I'm at a really high level and things are actually getting difficult, that warrants using a bomb. And if you, I mean, I'm guessing you might not know what a bomb looks like, because this game is kind of obscure. That's what it looks like. Very useful. So yeah. And these black hole things, I don't know what they're actually called. I don't know what any of these are called. I mean, a lot of them are pretty self-explanatory. They're just geometric shapes. But I don't know what that one is called. I mean, I guess you could call it a circle. I call it a black hole. Because it functions somewhat like a black hole. So, okay, that was a dumb way to die. That's a good song, by the way. I feel like it faded into obscurity, which, I mean, it did. But, anyway, yeah. Good song. Anyways, what I was originally talking about. These black holes will actually, if you don't shoot them, they will turn into a bunch of, like, mini demon black hole children. So, you need to get rid of these as soon as possible, because, yeah, that thing's about to explode into a bunch of black hole children. Oh, God. Yeah, that's not... You see, that's the thing. That's the thing. The black hole kid killed me. The demon child of the black hole was my undoing. So anyways, I guess I'll I'll go into the controls here, because there's actually different control schemes. You can use an Xbox controller, which goes to prove my point that this was, you know, originally made for the Xbox, which, if you didn't believe me... Ooh, just looked at the chat. Sorry about the game volume. Let me fix that real quick. Alright, that should be better. I lowered it from like 40% to 20%, so hopefully that makes things a little bit easier to hear. So if you didn't believe me initially for whatever reason, here's proof that this game was made for Xbox, ported over to here. And also, you might have noticed by now that, I mean, this is a Windows game, and I'm playing it on a Mac, as you could tell by the title bar of the window, which is, I might explain how to do that in some future stream or whatever, but basically I use a software called Wine, and it allows you to run Windows software on a Mac. It does have limitations, like it doesn't mean you can do everything that you'd be able to on Windows on your Mac. Like it's not, you know, a complete replacement for Windows. So just keep that in mind. I think I'll play one more game and then we'll move on to the RPG. By the way, let me know if the audio is still too high, or maybe now it's too low. I'll adjust it. All of my previous streams have had this absolutely horrific audio setup in which, like, I don't even want to go into explaining it because it's so convoluted. It would take me forever to just explain it. But anyways, just know that now I have a much better audio setup that allows me to... Oh. Hold up. My audio thing just totally glitched out. Let's see. Okay. Still working. Okay, that's good. Actually, I might need to... Let me test something. I'm gonna turn on my monitor real quick, because I feel like the audio might have just gotten screwed up. I'm using a new software right now, like I just mentioned. So, it kicked me out of the game because it brought up, like, the window that the trial edition is over. So I'm just gonna turn on the monitoring to make sure that it's still actually working properly. Okay, the monitoring is not working. So... Okay, we're back. I'm a little concerned. This is the first time I've actually used this this new
We're
audio
back.
capture software
I'm a little concerned.
at length.
This is
So
this is the first
I'm a
time
little
I've actually
concerned
used this
about like whether or not this is actually going to work out. I'm hoping it won't keep. I don't know if you were able to actually hear all that static. I hope not, because if so, I'm very sorry. Like, that was the worst sound ever. But if this doesn't end up working out, I'll find out a solution. And if I can't find anything else, I'll go back to my old system, because I mean, it worked. It was like completely painstaking to set up, but it worked. I think there might be a workaround to that whole static thing, though. I might have a way of like preventing that from happening. Although that might be equally convoluted. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look at this, figure out what's going on. Ah. Come on. There we go. Okay. The greens are the most difficult. Oh, those bombs. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I am dead. I am dead. Yep. I saw that coming. I knew that was gonna happen. This game gets really intense, which is what I love about it. It gets so entertaining when it gets into those like higher difficulty points. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here for Geometry Wars, and I'm gonna switch it over to the RPG game now. Okay, let me pull up. Let me change windows here. Okay, I just did a little bit of troubleshooting, and apparently the software I'm using right now, I have to reset the audio driver every 20 minutes, otherwise it'll basically it'll put that static over everything, which is, if I wanted to avoid that, I would have to, every few minutes, I'd have to reset the audio at intervals at least, or at most 20 minutes long. So that would be really terrible. So I'm going to do a little bit of troubleshooting and get my other setup. So I will be without audio momentarily. Okay. I've worked on the audio, and I think I have a possible solution. Although this means that I can't actually hear the audio the way I have it right now. So I can't actually hear it at the moment. However, I might be able to find a way around that as well. So I'm okay. So at least we have audio now. I'm gonna try and figure out a way that I can also hear it, just like so both of us can hear it. You guys viewing, and me, because if I can't hear it, then it makes it harder for me to play the game. So let me see what I can do about that. Okay. I think now is not really a good time to figure all that out. So for now, I'm just going to play the way I already have it set up. As you can see, I already have a save file here, which is from some other time, not really relevant. But anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the controls here real quick, because the way I had it earlier is kind of weird. A, B. I'll do J, K as A, B. Wait, yeah. And then UI as XY. Wonder how that'll work out. Left trigger. The triggers are going to be difficult to map. How am I going to map? Ooh, that's difficult, because this is a DS game. So I guess I'll map the left trigger to left shift and the right trigger to right shift. Start, enter, obviously. Select, space. Okay. Alright, that should be good. So, gonna make a new save file. Also, I should probably set up controls for fast forward so we can skip all the cutscene stuff. Because it's really, it can get pretty overbearing pretty quick. So, anyway, yeah. Let's see. Pause. I want a way to stop fast forwarding. Well, wait, that's just, I think it's a toggle. So, I can, yeah, right, okay. So, I'm going to skip all the cutscene stuff. Alright, so this is widely a tutorial section. I'm not going to go through all the story stuff because really I want to get to the actual gameplay part of this. If you want to see the story, you can check out countless other Let's Plays and playthroughs of this game. There's so many out there, honestly. They're all, well, not all of them, but most of them are good. So, anyways, it's a very, I mean, if you're used to conventional RPGs, it's a very strange RPG, because, number one, it's Mario characters. Shoot, I accidentally asked for the tutorial. Okay, so number one, it's Mario characters. Number two, it's got a very weird combat like system. It's very dynamic as opposed to most RPG games. It's very dynamic. So, well, that's one of the reasons I like it, is because there's so much you can do from your side to make your attacks more effective, and it's like a timing sort of thing, like a lot of RPGs that I've seen just involve a bunch of button mashing and basically just doing the same thing over and over again. But with this, I mean, there's still a lot of button mashing, but with this game, it's like there's strategy to it. There's a lot of strategy, and I mean that's not to say that other RPG games don't have strategy, but I mean the truth is that when it comes to the actual battles that you perform, a lot of RPG games don't really have much variety in terms of like what you can actually do. But this game has, at least from what I've seen, I shouldn't really be, like, I don't have much authority to say this because I don't play that many other RPG games, but from what I've seen, yeah, there's not too much in that aspect. But anyways, we're still in the tutorial section. The tutorial for this game is very, very long. It only gets into the story after, like, it takes quite a while. I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, once it gets into like the main part of the game, it's so good because the gameplay is just, it's engaging. It's involved. Like one example of what I was talking about is Pokemon. In that game, like, yeah, there's a lot of strategy involved. You have to manage your stats and, you know, your Pokemon's weaknesses and strengths and all that. But when you're battling, you just mash buttons, right? Like, you select pretty much one attack over and over again, or if not that, you just choose from attacks, and your Pokemon does it for you. You don't actually do anything except for, like, click a button. Whereas with this game, well, you'll see, it's very different. You actually have to, you actually participate in the attack itself. So you select the attack, but you also participate in it. It's very interesting. It's very cool. There are 5 games in this series, the Mario and Luigi series. The first one, Superstar Saga, came before this. Then it's this one, Partners in Time. The next game in the series is, I think, right, it's Bowser's Inside Story after this. And no, please do not give me a refresher. I know how to play this game. So, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Dang it. Oh my god. No, do not teach me anything. I know how to play this game. No! Damn it. Whatever, I can fast forward it anyway. So, I completely forgot what I was talking about. And also, you might notice I'm taking a lot of damage here. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's actually possible to die during this fight. So, anyways, here comes a very, very, very important part of the game. The bonuses. The bonuses are so important because this is the only real way that you can like tank up your characters. So, what I normally do when I play through this game is I'll actually use save states, and I'll repeatedly play the minigame over and over again until I get a really high bonus. Unfortunately, unfortunately for me, fortunately for people who don't like cheating, I'm not going to do that this time. What I am going to do is try my best to get high stats just by good luck. And anyways, usually if you do what I did just then, which is like spam the confirm button, so it selects, like, it hits the bonus wheel like immediately after you've activated it, you usually get the highest number possible. So that's convenient. Here's more tutorial stuff. Very, very bare bones if you've already played the game. I kind of feel bad for not showing this, but at the same time, it's like, I've seen this so many times that, and plus, you're gonna much more enjoy, like, the rest of it. So, save and continue. Fun fact, the first time I played this game, it was actually the Japanese version. So I couldn't, I couldn't read any of the text. I couldn't really understand, like, when the characters tell you where to go and what to do, I couldn't actually read that because, you know, I couldn't read Japanese, and I still can't. Anyways, here's the store. This is where you buy items and power-ups. Right. Okay, I remember what I was talking about now. So what I was talking about before I got interrupted in the battle was the order of the games. So after this game comes Bowser's Inside Story. Then after that comes either I forget the order of the next two, but the next two games, not in order, are Dream Team and Paper Jam. I don't remember the order though, so anyway. But yeah, the reason I like this game over any other installment in the game is the fact that you can buy your attacks in the store. Now that might sound weird initially because like buying attacks, what does that even mean? But basically in this game how it works is, opposed to all the other games, what you normally have to do is you have like attack power. So it's kind of like in Pokemon where your stat is PP, and once that stat runs out you can't use like special attacks anymore. But in this game, it doesn't work like that. You use the money that you get from winning battles to buy like more items that you can use for attacks. So basically, your special attacks are items. So that's what I mean. Like when I say you buy your attacks, and that might seem like it would be annoying, but in reality, it's much more convenient because like if you're using a stat to attack, then when that stat runs out, you have to like it's less direct because you have to buy items to restore that stat, whereas in this case you just buy the stat basically, if that makes sense. I mean, it's more direct. So anyway, yeah, that's why I like this one better than the other 3 games in the series, and also why it's my favorite RPG game overall. This whole thing is basically just a tutorial on how to use the item, like the inventory, which you gotta give them some credit, the people who made this game, Nintendo, because it's pretty cool that they made the inventory diegetic. And for those of you who don't know, diegetic means it's within the universe. So like we know it's just an item inventory, but in the game, it actually serves like its own purpose in the story. So that's what diegetic means, and I think it's really cool that they made something as simple as the inventory part of it, in the same way as Undertale making the save part of the game. And speaking of Undertale, here's Flowey. Here's Flowey right here. So anyways, this is still all tutorial stuff. See, like he's gonna teach you how to jump here. I mean, like, honestly, I feel like there should be a way to turn this off because, honestly, first of all, they already explained this at the beginning of the game, which I skipped, and then they explained it again here, which is not necessary at all, because even if they didn't already tell you how to jump, first of all, there's icons in the top right corner. Second of all, and literally anybody could figure this out. I mean, it's fair to say that like maybe Nintendo obviously wanted this game to be accessible to beginners and, you know, kids. I mean, just look at the theme. It's all colorful, and I mean, hell, it's a Mario game. These games are not super serious, down-to-earth adult games. That's not to say that they're, you know, only meant for kids, but like, I mean, some people think that, which if you think that, it's okay. I mean, there's still plenty of adults who play them, but they're not meant to be like super complicated. I mean, they want kids to be able to easily understand them, but I wish there was a way to like disable the tutorial mode, so that way if you already understand like these, I mean, fundamentals really of any game and how to use controls, you can skip over all the stuff that teaches you that, which is actually something that I'm including in my RPG that I'm developing, which I've unfortunately put on hold for a while because, number one, I've started another project, which is a 3D game, and number two, I had kind of lost sight of that project. But anyways, I'm including that in my RPG game, which is a feature which basically you skip all this. All this stuff is tutorial. Like this, they did a good job of integrating it with the game, integrating it with the gameplay, in the sense that like you're not just sitting around and watching someone tell you how to play the game. It's, you know, it's it's sort of, it has a nice flow because you're still progressing through the story as you do all this stuff. But still, like, if you already know how to play the game, whether that's because you've played it before or because it's, like, pretty obvious how to play the game, you should be able to do that. You should be able to, you know, skip over it, move on to stuff that you know how to do, and get into the more engaging content where you have more control, because at this point it stops you every like 2 seconds for another tutorial. So yeah, I'm gonna I don't know if I should grind here. I'm not gonna grind yet. If I want to, I can just come back and kill those enemies, but at this point the levels are not really important, and you know, I want to get going with this. Here's a tutorial on how to use items. Once again, something that's very basic, something that anybody who's ever played an RPG before knows how to use, or knows how to do. But anyways, I have fast forward. I'm thankful for that. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, got it. I know how to do this. Press B, yep. Get out of here. Get out of here, Stuffwell. By the way, the suitcase's name is Stuffwell. You can see that because I was fast forwarding everything. If you played the game before, you know that the suitcase's name is Stuffwell. Maybe you don't know that. It's possible that, like, I mean, maybe you haven't played it in a while. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, there's a piece of information that I skipped over. The truth is, there's not a lot of really important information in this section of the game. I mean, I did skip like all the cutscenes in the beginning, but really that's just standard stuff. Bowser, baby. Oh, maybe I should actually explain some of this. So what happens is there's this alien race called the Shroobs, and they're aliens, so naturally they want to kill everybody and take over, right? Classic sci-fi alien story. And then there's this B plot with, you know, classic Mario plot, Baby Bowser. And I should clarify that Bowser Jr. is not the same thing as Baby Bowser. This game, if you couldn't tell by the title, and if you couldn't tell from what little of the cutscenes I played, is about time travel. So in this game, Baby Bowser is not Bowser, like Bowser Jr., who would be the big bad Bowser's son. No, in this, the Baby Bowser is a younger version of Bowser. So keep that in mind. And same thing here with Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. These are not their children. Mario and Luigi's kids. These are their own. I mean, like, they are their younger selves. So keep that in mind. It's important. All right. Anyways, I've been sort of aimlessly wandering. Let me actually get back on track. What you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to go down to the section on the very right, the top right, where there's going to be a Shroob attack. Wait, is it one of these houses? Okay, it's this house, right? So, I'm not going to tell you what happens ahead of time. You can just watch it. I'm not going to fast forward as much here because this stuff is more relevant. It's less of the tutorials. So, I'm not going to be narrating their voices because that would wear on my voice fast, and my voice is already getting sort of hoarse. Not to worry, I doubt that my voice will give out that quick. Anyways, you're supposed to knock the dude out of the chimney, and what happens now? I mean, you can probably guess what happens now. It's a it's a game with aliens in it. What do you think is going to happen to the innocent do-gooder civilian? He gets murdered. Yeah, no, anyways, it's a very dark Mario. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the darkest Mario game that was ever created. Not in the sense that it's like super gory and like it deals with really dark, you know, like it deals with tons of super messed up things. I mean, it's still at its core a game about aliens taking over. But in terms of the tone of the game, there is a lot of like, it's a very dark game. Anyways, interesting factoid: you are actually supposed to die during this battle. Like, it's scripted that you die. If you use cheat codes, there's a way to survive. But basically, that giant hovering 2 is supposed to mean that you're supposed to kill all 3 of these characters at your low level in 2 turns, and 1 turn would be, you know, each person in your team attacks, which is BS. You can't do that, which is what they intended. You're supposed to die for the purposes of the story. However, if you use a cheat code to hack your stats to be really high, which I have done, and then you beat them before that runs out, what it does, as you can see, is it kills you. Shoots a giant thing, kills you for the purposes of the cutscene. That doesn't mean the game is over. This is the one scenario in which dying doesn't result in a game over. But if you do beat them, the same thing happens. Like, it'll show the victory screen and everything. You'll get your EXP, but then it'll just play the same cutscene as it's doing now. So it's not game breaking or anything. This is just, I mean, you can tell what's going on here. The baby versions of Mario and Luigi crying because some assholes shooting their ship in the ass. So, this transitions over to the babies. And I should mention that towards the beginning of the game, the characters are, there's 2 separate plots, right? Like, the babies they have a completely separate map and everything. But they actually converge not too far away from this point in the story. So, yeah, it's not going to be like this for the whole game. Oh my god. I forgot how finicky how finicky it is to jump with 2 different characters. Let's save here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I already saved, so cool. Alright, this is just basic stuff. This is just firing a cannon. All of them die. Then he gets shot again. Oh, wait. No. Okay, apparently even I don't know the story. So, they find the adult versions of, you know, Mario and Luigi, because Mario and Luigi, as you saw in the beginning, they fell into the time hole, got sent back in time. So this is the past. Mario and Luigi are in the past right now. I should clarify that. So, the baby versions of them find the adult versions, and they don't even realize that they're adult versions of them. But they're just like, oh, we should go help them. So, well, they don't they don't initially do that, but I mean, as you can see here, the Peach starts crying like a bitch, and so they have to land the ship and help them, which is what happens, which is why you're supposed to lose the cutscene, because Mario and Luigi go down like a bunch of babies, and ironically, the actual babies are the ones that save them. So, I don't know, whatever, sure, it's not my game. I don't make the story decisions. Anyways, I think I've missed a significant portion of, like, yeah, I didn't really explore much, but then again, there's not much to really be seen here. Just a few items and such, which could be useful, but then again, we're going to rack up a lot of money through battles, so it doesn't matter too much. And here we have the babies kick these little alien asses. And it's going to do tutorials again. I don't know why it does the same tutorial twice. Okay, look. The A button and the B button are replaced with the X button and the Y button. Pretty obvious. I get it. Like, you don't need to do the exact same tutorial with... Ooh, here we go. Okay, here's what I was talking about earlier. This is the first instance of, you know, an item attack. So, this is what makes the gameplay so engaging. So you don't just choose an attack and let it play out, right? You don't just attack and then boom, it's done, and then the enemy attacks. As you can already tell, you dodge attacks. You can dodge attacks if you time your button presses right. But with regular attacks, as you can see on the top screen, you actually influence the attacks. You participate actively in them. You can keep them going. You can rack up more damage if you're skilled. So that's what I love about this game, is that, see, right now, I can keep this going for quite a while. The shell will... Oh, okay, apparently I suck. I've lost my touch. But, you can rack up these for quite a bit of damage if you're good. Unfortunately, these shells actually have like a maximum, so you can only get a certain amount of hits before they wear off. Yeah, there we go. So he'll just give you as many as you need. But yeah, the red shells actually do allow you to, like, if you're good enough, you can just infinitely, you can get infinite hits. Yep, that's what I love about the battle system here. It may not seem like it, but it's really fun to do. And it's very satisfying too. Like I never get that entertained when I'm playing like Pokemon, and I played Pokemon White 2 for like a long time, for like years. I never beat it because I was pretty young and I sucked. But like I was never that entertained by the gameplay. Anyways, this is just him complaining about how all of his family's dead. Nothing big. Just, you know, aliens and stuff. Flashback. He's having a war flashback. He has PTSD. He's an old man with PTSD. That's my summary of Toadwood. This is anyway, you get the idea. Aliens taking over. That's what the cutscene was. I don't think it's too important to play that out. So now they decide to go find Princess Peach because she was abducted by the alien princess. That person, right on cue. So that person abducted Princess Peach of the future. So the older Princess Peach got abducted by that princess. The baby Princess Peach is right there, as you could already tell. And this is where the older princess alien Shroob is what they're called, but I'm gonna call them aliens because Shroob is kind of, I don't care what I call it, Shroobs. The Shroob princess shoots him down, and they all die. The end. No. What actually happens? Well, this long cutscene ensues. The babies are gone. Where did the babies go? Are they? Well, I don't know. Where are they? Let's find them. This is the part of the game where the tutorial pretty much ends. Like this is the wrapping up of the tutorial section of the game. I mean, there's still gonna be like occasional tutorials on how to use new mechanics here and there, which is fine. As long as it's not so, you know, close together. But yeah, this is where you really start to get more control of the game, and it's where, as I mentioned earlier, the stories between the babies and the adults converge. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother using the bros attacks because it's just a waste. I mean, these enemies are so easy to kill. I mean, you know what? Why not? It's just for fun, you know. And plus, you get more of them along the way anyway. So that was a waste of one though, because I guess he's already at such a low health. Luigi leveled up. Okay, here's the thing. With Mario, we're gonna go for a really high power. For Luigi, we're going to try to make him very lucky, because, you know, the classic Luigi wins by doing nothing. Damn it! Oh, I only got a +1 bonus. Damn it! God! Whatever. I'll make do. I'll make do. That sucks though.
Let's go.
There we go. See, yeah, you can do that. If you hit them while they're attacking, you can actually get like what's known as a counterattack. You have to time it right though. So there you go. So you can, yeah, that's another cool thing. You can kill an enemy during their turn, which is really cool. That's what I mean, like by like how the gameplay is really engaging. Shoot, did I go there? I might have missed. Oh yeah, I didn't go down in this part. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna do a little bit of battling just because, you know, we spent so much time on the tutorial. Let's do some battles. No, I'm not going to jump. Let's use the shell. Try and get one turn kill. there you go. Also, I should mention that the person who uses the attack is going to be the person whose stats matter. So because Mario used the attack, it's using Mario's power stat. Which means that if Mario uses the green shells, he'll do more damage than if Luigi uses them. Despite the fact that both people are participating in the attack. It's the person who uses the item whose stats are taken into account. So that's important to know. It's actually very important because you have to base your entire strategy around it. Alright, I'm gonna use a green shell on this asshole. Also, another thing is that if you kill an enemy with a green shell, the shell will go away. You can't move on to the next one. How did I mess up that? Whatever. Anyway, however, if you kill an enemy with a red shell, you will the red shell will automatically move to the next enemy, which is very convenient. Oh my god! Oh, that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Okay, I totally zoned out there. Wow. I completely zoned. Okay, that's fine. I have plenty of these, so there you go. See, it doesn't move on to the next one. I only got one hit. And I'm only gonna get one hit with this one too, I think. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. It's all for the experience. Ooh, another enemy. Ooh. There we go. Okay, got him. There we go. Also, you might be questioning the sound effects. They're kind of weird for that attack. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is, right? Ooh, another level up. Okay, let's get him really tanky. High power stat. No, damn it! I'm not spamming enough. You have to really spam the button to get a high number, because like the highest number appears like immediately after you activate the thing. Let's go. And now Luigi will level up. That's another thing. Mario will always level up before all the other characters, unless you have like a really high EXP gain after a battle. Then they might all level up because they all pass the required EXP number. I mean, obviously Mario will still be at a higher EXP relative to all the other ones, but it's possible to have them level up at the same time. Also, if you intentionally kill Mario so that you can even them out, which I have done in the past, you can get it even then too. But you know, I don't really feel like doing that. Yes, see, there you go. There you go. I got the stat that time. Just have to spam it really well. Luigi's gonna be the one that gets a ton of lucky hits. No, please don't. Yeah, there we go. If you jump on their head, you get the first attack, which you probably already noticed. You cannot use green shells on flying objects for obvious reasons, because they're ground items. So I'm not going to. I'm just gonna do a regular jump. Boom. Cool. One more jump should be good. Yep. As you can tell, Mario's already doing more damage. So alright, I think we're just about good here. You might be wondering what this X is on the ground. I will explain that later when it's actually relevant. Otherwise, it would just seem random, and it would be boring for me to explain that whole thing. Please don't fall, Luigi. Don't be... I mean, technically Luigi can't fall, because he follows the exact same path as Mario. So it's literally impossible for him to fall as long as Mario doesn't fall. So, anyway. We're good! Next section. More enemies to kill. Except, not yet. Here is where we see our valiant heroes reunite. Just a giant cutscene of the babies being babies. What are you gonna do? I mean, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. Yeah. Just babies being babies. So here's where you try and leave without the babies, because Mario and Luigi are a bunch of dicks. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna leave? You're gonna leave two babies in like a castle full of lava? I mean, how irresponsible do you have to be to do that? And plus, they're younger versions of you. Like, they must have to really hate themselves to leave the babies here. But anyways, they figure out how to be decent guardians of babies. And then now you can carry them with you. Well, once the cutscene ends, after it teaches you how to... This is a mechanic that's actually worth having a cutscene for, because if you've never done this before, it can be quite confusing. Let's see. Why am I not... Okay, there. Oh, right, you're supposed to go back to him after you're done, which I forgot about that. This is where you pick him up for the first time, and there you go. Now you can actually start playing. There's not another tutorial or cutscene for quite a while after this point. So yeah. I think that was pretty self-explanatory what I did there. All of what I'm doing right now is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to commentate on it. So one of the main mechanics in this game is, switching between playing as the adults, playing as the babies, and playing as the adults with the babies. Because, believe it or not, it's actually a really important and involved mechanic, which I think is awesome, because nothing in this game is without purpose. Everything has its own part in the gameplay. So, it's pretty cool. Hold up, wait, I might have missed something. It's been a while since I played this game, jeez. There might have been something you could do back here with the... No, there isn't. Okay. That's in another part. There's another part that I'll point out when we get there where you activate a path for the adults with the babies. I'm gonna save here because doing the right mind wouldn't save. I mean, I guess if you were speedrunning it, you wouldn't save, but like... Oh, by the way, that's not the part I was talking about, where the babies activate a path. That's not really a path, it's lowering a pedestal, so... Here's where, Kamek, Magic Koopa, blah 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 blah. This is another tutorial on how to use the babies in combat. And this is actually a useful tutorial because for the longest time, I didn't know how to do this because I couldn't read the Japanese text. And also I was pretty young, so I had no clue how to do any of this. So for the longest time, I had no clue that, like, how to do the attacks with the babies. So this is actually a useful tutorial. Actually, when this battle started, I didn't know how to do that. I forgot. So anyways, this is why having all of the characters alive is another one of those things that, like, it's something that in most RPG games would be like, yeah, you want to have both characters alive, but it's not because you want more HP and more people to attack. It's because your attacks actually become more effective, as you can see here, when you have more characters. It's like it actually affects the gameplay. So, anyways, yeah. It also makes the attacks more difficult. Significantly more difficult. Especially since I'm playing on a keyboard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see? I screwed it up already. It's gonna be very difficult to do this with the keyboard. It's so much easier with, like, an actual DS controller. You know, I might actually be able to connect my Switch controller to this. So, oh god. Okay, I got it. But yeah, I might be able to connect my Switch controller, and that might make it a lot easier. Alright, anyway. Nope, not that. I'm gonna use shell. I need to practice. I actually need to practice this. Yes, got it. Nice. Believe it or not, this actually requires some concentration. Oh, no. Oh, force of habit. Oh, I accidentally used a shell. That's not the right item. Whatever. No harm, no foul. And I'm out of items. Whatever. That's really not a concern. Okay, about to elaborate on what I was saying earlier about the items, like having items to attack being better than having like SP or, you know, some stat, is because with SP you can max out the stats. Like, let's say you have 29 out of 29 SP. That means that you can only attack that many times. Like, let's say each attack uses 1 SP, and you have 29 out of 29. You can only attack 29 times, max. There's nothing you can do about it. The only way to increase that number is to level up, which is not frequent. It takes a lot of time to do. In this game, you can buy as many items as you want. There's no like maximum, like there's no limit. So that's why it's so useful. Right, let's use shell on this guy because he's gonna be a douche. Alright, took care of him. You didn't even get to see the attack. I almost feel bad, but at the same time, you're going to see a lot... Oh, screw that up. You're going to see a lot more, so... Boom. Alright, I think we're going to get some level ups. No, okay, next battle. We're going to get some level ups going.
Let's go.
Also, you might have noticed that the numbers are really low right now. Like, I'm doing, what, like 1 to 6 damage per shot. And that's also something that will... No! Oh, I selected the wrong one. Damn it. I keep doing that. I need to stop... Whatever. Okay. What I was saying was, that's, like, as you level up, the numbers get huge. Like, really big. Like, you deal thousands of damage. Oh. Almost faked me out. So yeah, and that's one of the most satisfying parts of this game. Is when you start dealing damage that goes into the thousands. It's so satisfying. Oh, damn it! I screwed it up again. I screwed it up again! I'm so bad at that attack. And it's like, it's the main attack. If you run out of items in a battle, you're gonna have to use that. You're gonna have to just jump. So I'd best get good at it. There we go, okay. Alright, here we go. That's the level up I was talking about. Alright, smash. No, I got a 1 again. I got a 1 again. It's okay. It's okay. Mario will become a tank. I don't know if there's actually ways to. I don't know if there's items that can increase your stats. I don't remember because I don't think I've ever used those in this game. But I never use those kinds of items generally, so I wouldn't know. But if there is items that can, if there are items that can increase your stats, I will definitely be using them. I might actually switch around the controls that I have here because they're not working too well for me right now. Because I have JK as A and B and UI as X and Y. But that's, I don't know. It's not working too well. I don't know. Think about it later. Just gotta continue the battle for now. I think I'll just get used to this. I mean, haven't been doing that much battling, so there's still time to get it more familiarized. Ah, there we go. Yes. Kill this guy. Finish him off. Oh, come on. How did I... There we go. Yeah, as you can tell, I mean, you can tell by now, Mario does so much more damage than Luigi does. And that's because of this. That's why I love this game. There's so much you can do to influence your gameplay. Like, it's not all just numbers counting up and mashing buttons. No, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can manipulate the game to get it how you want. And here we go. Now we're leveling up all the characters except Mario. This is what I was talking about earlier. So we're gonna give Baby Mario, let's see. We'll give him high speed. Make him really quick. That's perfect. 4. And Baby Luigi will have really high defense. What you could do with this game is you can make everybody just really powerful, like increase their power stat a lot. But what that ends up doing is it makes it so that you're really vulnerable. Like, I did that with my first playthrough of the game. I just totally tanked up my power stat. And while that is really effective because your attacks do a lot of damage, it means that you die really easily. So you have to be damn good at dodging attacks if you want to survive. Which, as you get into later parts of the game, becomes really, really difficult. So it's beneficial to just balance your stats. And like, if I see... Oh, by the way, this is the part I was talking about earlier with the babies opening up a path. If I see a stat that it's like way too low, like let's say I keep boosting Mario's power, but you know, he's super weak in defense, so every hit he takes does like a third of his health. Then I'll obviously, in that case, I'll, you know, boost his defense or something instead of his power, just to be smart about it. Chances are I'm not going to be able to talk much during these, because, like, I have to actually focus on doing the attacks. This is going to kill him. Yep. Alright. Oh, another thing that I don't know if this is in most RPG games. Oops. Oh, that's another thing. If the enemy hits you from behind, you'll encounter a status effect that's known as trip. I think it's pretty self-explanatory from here. You trip, and you can't use that character. Depending on your speed stat, you might be able to recover from it really quickly. If you have a high speed stat, then stuff like that won't affect you as much. Also, if you have a high enough speed stat, you'll be able to attack first. So, anyway, yeah. What was I saying now? Shoot. Oh, right. I was going to talk about something in the menu, but then the battle started, despite the fact that I wasn't ready. So let me just finish this up first. Alright, there we go. So what I was going to say was, one thing I really like about the way they structured this is that if you go into the menu here, and you go to this quartet info, what you'll be able to access is each player's stats, but you'll also be able to see how much EXP they need to get for the next level. Now, I'm not sure if this is in most RPGs. I don't really remember. It's been a very long time since I played one of these at all. But I find that really convenient. And, you know, you can track your items and your gear and stuff. But that stuff's really standard, so. Alright, we need to, Oh, right, you gotta hit this. I can't believe I didn't hit that earlier. Oh, come on. You don't need to tell me how to do this. No, I accidentally asked for the explanation.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, no. Alright. I'm gonna do these battles here just so I can get like probably one more level up, and then I'm gonna, you know, hold off on it because like you don't want to spend too much time in these early parts because eventually it won't really matter too much. Just for now, I want to, you know, get familiarized with the controls and all, because it might not seem like it, but doing this on a keyboard is very different than doing it with an actual controller. Ha! Your ride didn't come. I like how they included that. It's pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna kill this guy first because he's vulnerable. Okay, there we go. I'm getting a little bit better at it. Ooh, got more green shell. Good. Oh, and I immediately get into another battle. Okay. You know what? Let's just finish off this guy. Less people to dodge. And he's not dead. I thought that would kill him. Ride didn't come. Alright, I'm gonna use green shell on this bottom dude. Please don't screw it up me. I mean, it's not that... There we go. Okay, nice. As you can see, we're already starting to do a lot more damage. Right as I say that, I fudge up the attack. But yeah, you can tell that we're starting to get up in the numbers here.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Unfortunately, you can't do this and like hit multiple enemies at once with these items. Well, with some of them you can, but like with an item like this, despite the fact that I could be hitting multiple of these guys at a time, that's not how the game works, unfortunately. So. How did that not hit me? That looked like it was gonna hit me. And the weird thing is, it almost feels like it's almost like you can feel it when your attack does more damage. It's so weird. It's like it doesn't. I don't think there's actually any physical difference or like any difference with the appearance. Let me move my game window real quick. I think I might pause the audio, but I want to move the game window into a more convenient place. I don't think there's actually any visual difference when you like land a good hit or when you get a lot of damage. I mean, when you get like a critical hit, that does cause like a visual difference. But I mean, in terms of like just landing an attack that does a lot of damage, there's no visual like cue, at least not as far as I know. But somehow it feels like there is. It feels more. It feels like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, it's interesting. It's very intuitive. Here's a part that I got stuck on for when I was playing this when I was like a lot younger. I got stuck on this for so long. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how this part worked. Here's what you have to do. You have to hit this block at the bottom. It sends a block to the top. When you hit that block, it makes everything light up so you can see where you're going and follow the path. But I didn't really know that. I didn't know what the block did. Because when I hit the block at the bottom, I didn't realize it also made it show up at the top. So what I thought you had to do was, I'll wait till it fades out. When you fall, it shows you the path, right? So like when you fall off into the spikes, it shows you the path. So what I thought you had to do was memorize where the path was, which I think I've actually gotten. No, okay, I'm slightly off. Whereas when I was younger, I like literally had to memorize the whole thing. And I think I did get past it once by memorization, but it's not easy. It's way more difficult than it really needs to be. And it goes against the damn it. It goes against the entire point of this section anyway. The point is to like get coordinated between using the babies and the adults. Which I didn't end up doing. I made it into a memory game. Okay, made it. Alright. And here is major plot point, so I won't skip this part. There are 5 of these in the game that you'll have to collect, so keep that in mind.
Tapi para to trabaho tudo. Let's go. Oh yeah.
I like the character in these games. Or I should say the characterization. And that completes like the main tutorial part of the game. There's still a little bit more, like, but it's more expository, as in like telling you what to do and what's going on in the story. So right here, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go get some water and stuff. But the stream's not over yet, so it'll be like a few minutes. If you want to, you can stick around, or you can come back in like, I don't know, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm also gonna try to set up my Switch controller to make this whole thing better. So we're gonna pause it for a second and be back in a bit.
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. I have not been talking for most of that, so I apologize. However, the game playing was still going on during all that, so it wasn't much. Just a few cutscenes. Now, if you were watching that part, well, actually, I'll probably recap it for if you just started, you just came back. So, what we did was we went to Professor Egad, and he told us that the like the cobalt star thingy that I said would be of importance is of importance because it reacts to the shrooms. So it might be of use to destroy them. Keep that in mind. That's actually a really important plot point. Additionally, we got the badge, which is very important actually. And we've unlocked the item shop that I've been coming back to over all this time. So now we can buy, number one, we can buy like items as it. There will be, I think there eventually will be more available in this menu. For now, you can only buy mushrooms for you to heal. And the refreshing herbs, well, I mean, there's already descriptions, but the herbs, obviously, they cure status effects. So, like in this game, you can get burned, you can get poisoned, you can get dizzy. So it's not just as simple as attack, dodge, there's more to it. This is, you know, a revive with only half HP, and I think there's a variation of this item that revives with full HP, more expensive. And then these just restore 20 HP. So I think I'll buy like a few of these. I'll buy 6. I got plenty of items. So here's the 3 items that we have equipped, or that we can use. The flowers, the cannons, and the shells. The shells are the cheapest, obviously, because they are probably the least useful. The cannonballers are one-time, like you can only use them on one enemy, whereas the flowers you can use them on all enemies in the battlefield. So I'm gonna buy at least 20 of these. That's a good amount of my money, but see, that's why I did a lot of battles back in the Bowser's Castle area, because we're gonna need that money. Alright, so that's the item shop. Here is this is where you buy clothing and badges. So just equip, gear pretty much. So see, badges. So we already have a Salvo badge, which I equipped to Baby Luigi because I feel like we're gonna have different things equipped to the rest of them. Training badge. Yes, this is useful. So whoever has this badge equipped has infinite items, but you lose a lot of power, as already said. So this is mainly intended for practice, but it can actually be very useful. It saves a lot of money in case you're trying to save up for buying something more expensive down the line. Which there's really no one-off items that you buy one of it, but it's really expensive. It's more like you have to buy a lot of one relative thing. So, but it's still useful to save your money here. So I think the training badge is the most useful one that we can take. Oh, I don't have the money for it though. I am broke because of all the fire flowers that I got, which is okay. I'll come back after I do some more battling. Let's head into the next level. Did I already heal? I think I already healed. Yeah. Save real quick. Also, I'm gonna try to adjust my mic setting. Okay, I think that should be better. Hopefully, my voice is more clear now. I think that might be better. I'm not sure. I feel like my voice is really quiet right now, so I want to make sure that I'm turn up my gain a lot. See if that helps. No, that's not actually fixing it, strangely. Weird. I wonder, am I using the wrong mic? Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally made it way too loud. I was using the wrong mic, so I apologize for that. I have a USB mic and then the computer mic. So okay, that's a huge blunder on my part. Sorry, but now the audio should be way better in terms of quality, and also it should be way better to hear me now. So I apologize about that. That's a huge mistake to make. But now it's fixed. So anyway, yeah, my voice should be clearer. And now hopefully you can actually hear me. I feel like before the music was probably drowning me out, I'm thinking. But anyways, now it's hard for me to see my audio levels and play at the same time because every time I exit the game window, the audio stops. But yeah, okay, it seems to be good now. In terms of audio levels, I'm gonna make myself a little bit louder. Okay, cool. All right, now back to adventure, as the suitcase says, because the suitcase talks. The suitcase can talk. So yeah, here's the first real level. Like, this is the first place where you're actually going to be, like, putting all these things together. This part's just a cutscene. This is more for laughs, because, you know, these are the same character. I mean, you can probably tell that. Older Toadstool is getting pissed at younger Toadstool because he thinks that the princess was turned into a baby, and the younger Toadstool thinks that I don't know. I mean, because they're from different times, right? You know, it's more funny if you're actually playing it, and if there's not an annoying guy commentating over it. But I'm not here for the story. If I wanted to show off the story, I would do a Let's Play series on YouTube. This is a stream for just getting through as much of the game as possible. So, different purpose. I don't think there's any point in saving here, but whatever. I don't want to have to watch the cutscene again, so I'll save. Oh, wow, they just give you those. Okay. That would have been useful to know before I bought 20 of them. Whatever. You can actually throw the babies into here and get, like, items, so that's neat. Eventually you'll have to throw them into these, like, tree things, because you have to activate. You know, I won't explain it now, I'll just show you when it comes up. Yep, here, yeah, there's an example of an enemy being in here. Shoot, I forgot about the... How did I take a hit from that? I forgot about these, so I have a damn large amount of them. This is how you use them. Oh man, I forgot how difficult those are to use. You have to really spam. You have to really press. You have to click fast. Oh, that was it. I just needed 1 damage. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I have plenty of those items. Level up. Cool. What did we say we were gonna give Baby Mario? I forgot what stat we were gonna give him. Did we say we were gonna give him a high defense? Because I feel like that's what it was. Because Mario is power, Luigi is dash, which, oh, by the way, I should have mentioned this earlier, but the stash stat is basically a luck stat, so it increases your chance of getting critical hits. I think for Baby Luigi, we made him really fast, so high speed. So I think it is defense with Baby Mario, so let's go with that. Baby Luigi, I think we gave him a high speed. I might be getting it mixed up, but it's okay. At this point, we're so early in the game that it doesn't matter which stat. If I get the stats mixed up, then I'm boosting it. It's fine. Here's another flashback, by the way. See, this is what I was talking about with the game being really dark. This is a game where the enemies, the antagonists, literally suck the life force out of, like, the people. This ain't some goody two shoes game. I don't know, giddy game where evil turtle man captures a princess because he's got a giant boner. No. This is actually a pretty dark game, at least for the standards of this franchise.
Mamma mia. Sono lavato, l'abito. Ono tetoro, sono tetoro, poco na petoro. Let's go. Oh, doki.
Whatever, one is okay. Oh, and, okay, this time we had them both level up at the same time. Cool.
Let's go. Oh, doki.
I shouldn't have done that. Because I just attacked with half of the fighting power. Okay, well, I already did it, so... Also, this is a lot more difficult without audio cues. Like, it might look like I'm really bad at using this attack, but it plays this sound of, well, you can hear it, I can't. But it plays a sound effect when you have to switch whoever is using the, like, which button you're pressing. And right now, the only way I can tell is with the person who has a larger fireball. The audio cue is a big part of this, so... Also, once again, doing it on a keyboard, so... Oh my god, I got hit by both of those. That is so sad. Okay. Using a fire flower at this point would have no point, so just finish it off with a jump. There we go. That was a pathetic battle. My god. Yep, that's an enemy. Yeah, that time I actually ran out of juice in the shell. You can only use it for so long before it, like, dies. Anyways, that worked out nicely, so.
Okie dokie.
Also, if you're gonna get a first attack like that, you want to do it with Mario, because, well, at least in this playthrough, because, I mean, I'm using Mario as like the tank with really high power, so. Oh, that was quick. Okay.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
No, don't use. There we go. Yeah, you can tell that Mario is doing a lot more damage now.
Oh no!
Oh, damn it. Oh, that's not good. Okay, thankfully he didn't go for Mario because he was on the ground like an idiot. Oh my god, that was the worst. Oh, that was so bad. He died from the burn.
Let's go.
Ah, see, that was a good attack. That was good, because, like, you could tell I got a lot of hits in there. That's what the attacks are supposed to be like. Oh man, it's still not dead. Okay, a jump should do it now. Or two. Please do it. No. Wow, it's still not dead. These things are tanks. It's still not dead? What the hell? Oh, damn. And now I'm not using another flower. Jump should do it. Come on, it's gotta... You can't survive this. Are you kidding me? Wow. There we go. Damn. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna actually have to use healing items this early. Alright. Oh wait, did I skip one? No, I didn't. Did I? Shit. I keep forgetting that those are enemies. It's been too long since I played this game. I guess those items just aren't very effective on these things. What? Shit. I don't have that many green shells left. Okay, I'll just use this last one. Are you kidding me? Apparently now I suck at green shells. Alright. Oh, God. I can't remember if there's like an actual way you're supposed to defeat these guys. Like with, I don't remember if there's a strategy you're supposed to use, but it doesn't seem like it. I think they're just really tanky. I might have to actually go back and restock. On the flowers, and I should have gone back before I entered this area to gone back to the castle and gotten the badge, the what's it called? Was it the pet badge? I don't think it was the pet badge, was it? Because I need a lot of these items. About to run out. Oh yes, that was the best attack I've done so far. Alright, just one more I think should do it. No? What the hell? Shoot. Mario's about to die. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this guy off with just Luigi. Oh, that's so sad. Mario was gonna level up too. Whatever. It's gonna be fast, right? Okay, gotta heal Mario now. Wait, that's not. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go back right now, because I need to get that badge for the items. Unfortunately, there's no like fast travel in this game. You just have to walk everywhere. So it's an unavoidable thing. Okay, so we're gonna get, oh, training badge, right. Let's give it to, let's give it to both Mario and Luigi. Let's buy two of them. And let's get some, let's see. So it increases power. Oh yeah, let's get these. Oh. Okay. Wait, no, it increases, shoot, it increases defense. Okay, well, we'll give that to Mario because he has naturally low defense. These are for the babies. This also includes the. Okay, so we'll buy one of these for baby Mario. Cool. And then let's go heal. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, but the enemies always come back. Like, so when you leave an area, and you come back, you like all the enemies respawn, which really sucks. But it's good practice. Potential EXP grinding. Oh, what? That didn't... Okay. So now we have infinite items. At least when we're playing as the adults. When you're playing as the baby, since neither of them have the badge, you won't have like the infinite items because you know they don't have the badge. So there you go. There's baby Mars. He's gonna be behind now with his level ups, but that's okay. I'm actually gonna try to connect my Switch Joy-Con real quick, because that might be useful. Alright. I will be back in a few seconds once my Joy-Con connects. Okay, so I think I have this all set up properly here. So if this... Okay, yep, yeah, alright, so now I can do this with my Joy-Con. This should be a lot easier now. So let me test that out. Come on. I can't even jump with this thing. Okay, there we go. I'm actually doing worse with this. Not to worry, because it's only temporary. Ah, see, there we go. Yeah, I think that was slightly better. Actually, it wasn't as much of an improvement as I thought it was. I guess I just have to get better at this. I suppose it's probably just because I haven't played it in such a long time. I'll finish this guy off. No, that's not smart. I'll just use another one of these. I mean, I have infinite of them, so why not? Shoot, I totally screwed that up. Like I said, I don't have the audio cues. That's really weird. It's disorienting. Alright, jump this guy. Ooh, there we go. Lucky. Cool. We should be getting a level up pretty soon, I think. Let me check, actually. Let's see. Yeah. Well, the adults are gonna level up soon. The babies are not. And you might be wondering why I haven't run away in any of these scenarios, because, like, I want to avoid battle generally in that area because I've already done all that. And the reason is because you lose money when you run away from battle. And money is valuable because it's your attacks. So, yeah.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Seriously? Seriously? Okay, that's just so complete stupid, dumb. Alright, whatever. See, I can't get a counter hit. I can't get a counter attack on those guys. For whatever reason. Yep, I always mistime the counterattacks. Okay, I'm just gonna do a jump on this guy. Because they are really tough. There we go. Okay, perfect. Got rid of that guy. Let's get rid of these assholes. One jump should do it here. Yep. Should get a level up here. Yep. Okay. Got a flower that's, I mean, useless at the moment. I should mention that there is a way to, like, the level up, the what's it called, the roulette, that you use. Shoot, where's the other? The roulette that you use to get a bonus, for a stat on your level up. That's not always RNG, so you can actually, eventually the numbers will loop. So if you're good enough, you can just memorize it, like the cycle, and then just like press it when the right number pops up. So like you can memorize when the highest number pops up, and then just hit it then. But it's I don't really feel like doing that. Okay, I think we should be like about 2 battles away from... Yeah, we're about 2 battles away from the babies leveling up. So that's good. I'm gonna head this way actually. I think I already went that way, so let's go over here. Alright, here's another one of the spike things. You can walk off onto the spikes. Actually, I think you have to go the other way for this part, so you have to go around in a circle. So we go right in this part. Okay, that was actually a pretty short cutscene. I thought I was gonna have to do like a lot of fast forward, but no, that was pretty quick. Oh, damn it. The freaking piranhas. Okay. I'm gonna use shell on them. Yeah, you know what? This is not worth it. See, you lose money, but it's totally not worth taking that fight. Great, I'm back here now. I think you could just jump up there. That was completely pointless, except for the wallet badge, which is what I'm gonna look at now. I don't. You know what? I'll unequip. Unequip the training badges because they sacrifice a lot of power. So give the wallet badge to Luigi. I'll give the training badge to Baby Mario. Oh, yeah, now I can't go back either. So, that kind of sucks. And with certain enemies, you can't get like counterattacks. Like with these, there's no way you can actually land a hit on them while they're attacking. So. Starting to get slightly better rounds with these. But still, like, these guys are freaking tanks. Use one shell. We don't have a lot of these left. And I wasted it. I wasted it. What's unfortunate is that at this point jumps are more effective. I think. Yeah, they are. So the items aren't really doing much.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Ooh, that was nice. That was really nice. Okay, that was good.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I'm just gonna try to run past that one, but okay. Probably should have jumped. Whatever. I don't really care that much. Seriously? Gotta level up. Let's see. We're low on defense, so I got a 1. You were low on speed. 2. Low on power. Didn't we say we were gonna give Baby Mario a lot of defense though? So that's he's even with the bonuses he has low defense. Okay, whatever. I'm getting really bad numbers right now because I'm too lazy to actually to go for the higher ones. Actually, I should probably use one of these. Alright, we're good now. So, time to go. We're about to fight the first boss. So. Oh. I moved the wrong people. wait, I didn't even notice what I got. Wild trousers. Ah, really high power. Okay, so we got a power buff here. Which one of these guys needs some more power? It does decrease defense, though. Well, for Luigi, it doesn't do much. Actually, Mario has a higher defense than Luigi, which I find surprising. Because normally Luigi is the one with high defense, at least from what I've seen. Well, then I guess we're giving this to Luigi. Oh, that's why Mario has the high defense, is because of the patch lags. So yeah, he actually does have a relatively low defense normally. Okay, so I was right about that. We don't have anything for the kids yet, but that's coming. There's a lot of items to be seen. I think that's all the items there are in this area, so time to... Oh, God, I almost... Time to head to the main section of this area. Of this level, I guess you could call it. Actually, real quick, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to see if I can, make these, switch these screens around. Ah, there we go. Okay, I just needed to make it quote-unquote play. But actually, I think it would be better... I think it would actually look better as... There we go. Okay, I wanted to get the main thing on the top. So the menu is... This is more of a menu, so it's on the bottom. It makes more sense. And then I'll... suppose I'll do this. Cool. Alright. Here's the first quote boss fight. This is more of like a mini boss. So you don't get the adults for this fight. Don't ask me what it is. I mean, as far as I know, it's a nose made out of a tree. Alright, this is important. First real boss fight. That was good. Alright, there we go. Oh, I'm glad I predicted that. So, when they swing their hammer, you have to watch out because if the head falls off, and you jump, it'll actually hit you instead. So what you have to do is you have to just not move at all. So I'm actually surprised I remember that. I was a little like, I didn't know what to do, but I kind of just went with my gut. I guess I remembered well. No, not that. Yeah, like that. Happened twice in a row now. To Luigi. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's convenient. Wait, what? Oh, my button just stopped, or my controller just stopped working. What the heck? That's so weird. My controller literally just stopped working. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to heal now because that totally threw me off. Okay, we can still bring this back. It's not a big deal. I think we're about done at this point. Okay, I'm just with Baby Mario. I'm gonna use the shells. Actually, you know what? Why not? Because I think we're about done with this fight. So one more shell should do it. We have 4 anyway, so. I thought that would do it, but no, okay. I don't think we... You know what the heck, why not? Because we have infinite with Baby Mario. Apparently I'm really bad at using those now. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get a level up, I think. No, okay. And here comes one of the most useful items in the game, the hammers. Very good for attacking. Actually, they're not as powerful as the jumps, so... More tutorial stuff. It doesn't take too long though, so... And this is what those X's in the ground are for that I mentioned all the way back in Bowser's Castle. It's for that. Which will make more sense once I actually put it into context. But anyways, yeah. So now, let's find one of those real quick. I don't think there's gonna be any in this room. Pretty sure. Okay, that's locked. There's gonna be a few coming up. There's actually been them. I mean, they've already been here all over the place. So yeah, we're gonna find them, and I will demonstrate how they work. Oh, here we go. Here's one. So, let's drill in. Boom, popped out, and we got a bean. So, there's, yeah, here we go. So this is, you can tell this is important because, there's a tutorial part of it. So, these don't really do much on their own, but what you can use them for is you can give them to someone, like one of the other characters in the game, and trade them for different items. So I can't go under here, so I am blanking. Forgot where. Oh, I think I. Nope, that's not it. Ah, there we go. I'm not sure if that was the intended way for you to get over there. Might have been. I think it is, yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow, it really has been a long time since I played this. Now here's some enemies where you have to use hammers, which is going to be explained in this tutorial. By the way, the tutorial theme is my favorite theme in this entire franchise. I don't know if it's playing right now because I can't hear the audio, the game audio. But The one that was playing during the whole tutorial where they were actually teaching you to use the hammers and like whatnot. That was that's my favorite theme in the game. Let's check EXP now. Okay. Alright, we're on our way from level up. Also, you can't jump on these guys for the first. Oh shoot! You can't jump on these guys for first start because, or for first attack, because they have spikes in their head and it'll actually hurt you. How do I keep saying that out? You'll be fine, Luigi. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a shroom on him though. Which I don't think is a problem because we have a lot of them. Yeah, we have plenty. No, not jump. Ooh, nice, perfect. That was perfect. So I'm actually not going to go all the way through this part yet, because I think... No, wait, no, we're good. All right. Go this way first, because you're supposed to go to the right at this point. Oh, did you see that? The sprite glitched out. It was showing up in front of the wall. That was weird. Also, enemies cannot actually attack you while you're in the ground like this. So that's useful if you want to avoid encounters. But you can't do that with the adults, because you can't use those moves when you're playing with the adults. I think we might have a level up here. No, okay. I'm pretty sure next battle will be a level up. So. This will probably level up, right? No, okay. I guess we were farther than I thought. Cool, okay. We got some new gear. Check it out. Let's see. power. Okay. So, which one of these? Which one of them? So right now. Wait, so getting rid of the starchy genes would bring his defense down to 14. And Luigi's okay. I think Baby Luigi needs the power boost. I'm gonna give it to him. And then this really has no benefit, so I'm not gonna equip that. Okay, we're good. We're good here. Oh, I guess it is a nose. That, like, that's weird.
Let's go. Oh,
What is it with this thing and noses? Shoot, I already forgot how to do this. Yeah, I already forgot how to... I learned nothing from that tutorial. Let's see, okay, I get one more shot. Actually, let's see. No, okay. That's the one shot I got. How do you... Okay. I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to use it. Oh no, he tripped. That's not good. Oh, I forgot you have to use a hammer for that. I thought it was a jump one. Okay, let me try this one more time. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to use these. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm gonna have to practice that on, like, really weak enemies so I don't have, like, the risk of dying. Now I'll just use, jump when I can. Alright, let's try and avoid these.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
How does that attack work? So it said whoever starts shaking, press their button, right? I just don't get it. I think we should be getting a level up. No? Seriously? I guess I'm not getting as much EXP from these battles as I thought. We're really close though. I don't know why I did that. That was literally pointless. Okay, come on. Activate, please. Shoot, okay. I think I need to go in here. So. Ah. I was trying to get first hit. Didn't work out. I should be using fire for these guys. I mean, I guess it's for practice, but I did not know they could do that. Alright, let's use fire. Okay, cool. Let's give Baby Luigi some power. And I've actually decided I'm gonna de-equip the training badge, because I think that's doing a lot more, it's doing way less damage with that than I thought it would be doing. So now we don't have anything for Baby Mario and Mario, but that's okay. We'll find something. When we get back to the store, there will be more stuff. So I guess we didn't have to go in there then, because
Oh, Stocky.
There was nothing that really helped there. Shoot. Level up. I'm thinking what I might be doing wrong with the hammer. Let's give Baby Mario some more stash.
Let's go. Oh,
Okay, I'm immediately thrown into another battle. Okay, that's actually good, because I want to figure out how this thing works. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, you... Yes, okay, yes. Got it, okay. I'm glad I figured it out sooner than later, because that would be a huge hindrance to, like, just playing the game in general. I couldn't figure that out. Okay, I'm missing some, yeah, I am. Okay, so we were supposed to go in there. No, not you. To hit the button, that's what it was. I missed the button. I had a feeling there was something back there.
let's go.
Alright,
Oh,
let's go to this guy, because he's just gonna spawn in more. Wow, wait, oh god. I was not expecting that, okay. Let me get Mario back, because, yeah, I'm gonna need him. Ah, shoot. Whatever. Okay. I think the safety is fire here. I'm gonna show off the cannonballers later. Let's kill this guy with a jump now, because he needs to go. Alright, one more hammer, and he's dead. And I messed it up. So what you have to do is you have to hold down... So you have to hold down the baby button, and then press the adult one. Here's what happens when you... Okay, I was gonna demonstrate what happens when you jump on them, which is you get hurt. But, you know, whatever. It didn't work out, and it's probably for the best, and whatever. Okay, I want Luigi to get the experience, so I'm gonna bring him back. And finish him off with Mario. Oh, okay, or not. There. Oh, or yes, okay. Not the way I expected, but yeah. And I'm starting to get a lot less experience from these enemies, so I'm just going to refrain from attacking them. I'm going to try to avoid them if I can, because they are just eating up time now. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't even realize you could fall off.